Thank you very much and good morning. As always, the previous month for my last Chief's Update brought to you by Deputy Chief Haskins has been a very busy month for our police service. In March, we hosted the small and mid-size police services chiefs and deputies. That's a twice a year meeting where all of the chiefs and deputy chiefs of small and medium-sized services come together to share best practices, to discuss current trends that are encountering our unique position in the province of Ontario. We were excited to have representatives of the Solicitor General in our space to hear exactly everything Dave has spoken to in relation to how the new act is impacting small and mid-sized services differently than the larger services. And again, that was done over 2 days, very well attended, over 65 attendees, and graciously sponsored in full by one of our clients here. Obviously, this collaborative approach to public safety provides a space where, as Dave said, we can come together in smaller pockets and larger pockets to make sure that we are ensuring that we are meeting the needs of the Act and all of the various regulations. March also, we started to see that seasonal change in calls for service, and that we started to see the calls spike. So we had 100 more calls for service in March than we did in February. We're trending, although very early, we're trending to be very consistent with last year's calls for service. The needs assessment, as we've said a couple of times, is complete, and the board has provided the report to the Protection Standing Committee, and it will go to council later this week. Obviously, we must provide workplaces that enable effective and efficient delivery of our police services and serve our members and our community equally. We have to ensure flexibility to support those challenges as they change what our service needs to do. We need to align our facility supply to the business requirements to maximize the benefits accrued to the service for the financial investments being made. As anticipated, the community has been watching closely and with great interest. There's a fair amount of anecdotal social media posts about what this should mean for us, and I see Dave in the back commenting. Any chief of a small service who brings forward a multi-million-dollar project like this, the anticipated response from the community is not surprising. But throughout this process, we're going to continue to provide true information both to council and to the community as we can. First and foremost, I encourage everyone to review the full report available in the board meeting minutes on eScribe as well as the council. But to go one step further, on Thursday, April 25th, we'll be hosting an open house at the station. This will include a brief information report from me, and then open tours for anybody from the community who want to come to our police service and see exactly what the facility is and how we're currently operating within that space. Obviously, we recognize that everyone's lives are very busy, so during Police Week, we'll host a second opportunity for everybody in the community to come through and ask questions and wander through our facility. And I'm really hoping many people will come out and share their thoughts and their opinions with us. And we will start putting the exact details on all of that in the next few days. Again, I would like to thank the board and council for their support in moving on forward with this project, recognizing this is a long-term project, and we hope to eventually get to where we need to be. The Kramer Cruiser is something that we always love to report on. Since the last meeting, we've hosted 2 Kramer Cruisers in March and in April with a total of $4,736 in cash and gift card donations and an additional 3,461 pounds of food, all to support Northumberland Fair Share Food Bank. Again, our auxiliary group are the key leaders in it, and the 2 auxiliaries you see in the picture are the ones that kind of make this happen. By the initiative of one of our officers, Constable Ryan Renard, we had the first Battle of the Badges charity hockey game. It was a resounding success. By all accounts, it was a great night with the Cobourg Fire Department and the attendees generously donating to support the incredible work of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Northumberland. The game ended in a 5-all tie, and the event, which was all free to attend, raised $3,500 in support of Big Brothers and Big Sisters. A big thanks to everybody who participated and everybody who put the work into getting this done, and the town who actually donated the use of the rink. So this is all great opportunities for all people to come together and support a great cause in our community. A little chillier, the chilly waters of Lake Ontario witnessed an incredible display of community spirit during the 2024 Cobourg Port Hope Polar Plunge. March 28th was very sunny. It wasn't raining like last year, but it didn't make the water any warmer. 93 participants, including 3 Special Olympic athletes, athletes took the plunge to support Special Olympics Ontario, which is the chosen charity of the Ontario Association of Chiefs of Police. For the second year in a row, this event, hosted between the two police services, raised over $27,000. Every dollar raised will go directly to benefit Special Olympics Ontario programs, which provide year-round support, spring training competition opportunities for athletes. And again, the money raised will help the law enforcement torch run surpass its 2024 goal, and the Spring Olympics are in Waterloo. So we'll be supporting those local Olympians as they make their trek to Waterloo for the spring. In March also, the Cobourg Police Service and the Cornerstone Family Violence Prevention Center's Intimate Partner Abuse Response Strategy led ongoing training for uniformed members and a continuing effort to ensure the readiness to respond to intimate partner violence in our community. This is being delivered, and I got a lot of credit goes to Christiana from Cornerstone. They're coming out to platoon meetings or meeting with platoons early in the morning and really delivering that re-education for our members about the importance in how we approach intimate partner violence and how we investigate those thoroughly. As everybody will recall, that we did receive the Ontario Government Victim Support Grant, and it provided an opportunity to enhance this training, but also to create some really significant training opportunities. And one of them was on the same day as the Polar Plunge. We helped co-host a conference on enhancing our response to intimate partner violence and sexual assault, and learning from expert speakers, Dr. Peter Jaffe and Dr. Lori Haskell. And from that, I always look for what is the takeaway from that, and one of our officers is going to be looking at creating a new program that's really going to deal and speak directly to those senior boys in high school, and really delivering more current, more true state-of-the-art, if you will, information around intimate partner violence at that young age. So that's really exciting when you see a great opportunity, a one-day conference like this, supported by the government's grants, with hopefully some long-term positive impacts for members within our community. Always opportunities to reconnect with a variety of partners. Again, we are so blessed in Cobourg to work with great people like Cornerstone, like Rebound, like the Y, and again, the list goes on and on, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, we've mentioned. And occasionally we lose sight for a variety of reasons of other great organizations. Victim Services, Peterborough, Northumberland is a provincially funded victim services program, which is undergoing its own renovation, if you will, or its own resurgence with a new board. And I was very happy, the deputy and I, to meet with the chair of the new board, Pauline McGee, who came in just to try to create that new, not that we've lost victim services, but just to find where we can connect more importantly. They are housed out of Peterborough, which makes it a little bit difficult. They spend some time at the local OPP detachment office. But again, Pauline was really key on indicating to us that she wanted to reconnect with us. Some of the great things Victim Services does is that Victim Crisis Response Program. These are great people who come out in wee hours of the morning to provide victims assistance to anybody who is a victim of a crime. The Victim Quick Response Program, should someone, for instance, be a victim of a break and enter, the Victim Quick Response Program could provide funding for that person to maybe rebuild that door. They have emergency cell phone programs for people who don't have cell phones, who are in a state of require safety planning and obviously safety plans. So this is just another opportunity for us to reconnect. And as such, the deputy has volunteered to sit on their board. So we will make sure that our connections with Victim Services stay consistent and stay in touch with everything we do. Our Dynamic Patrol Initiative is part of obviously our CPS Downtown Action Plan. This initiative allows for us to redeploy officers on foot as necessary in a variety of community areas. Our aims are to increase police presence through engagement, intervention, prevention, enforcement, and community mobilization. In May, we'll be rolling out our Dynamic Patrol through the newly formed Community Impact and Enforcement Unit under the direction of Sergeant Janice McDonald. Our focus will immediately be on the prevention of mischief and minor misconduct events throughout the downtown. We're obviously going to continue to work with our municipal partners in bylaw, support agencies, business owners, and residents. This will be a police-first approach. Obviously, our tiered policing model with special constables and auxiliaries will continue, but the commitment is a police-first response as we continue to look for opportunities to address the issues of people feeling unsafe in the downtown. We're going to continue to be strategic in allocating the appropriate resources to respond to our community's needs, and our every sort of 6 weeks meeting with our harm reduction partners, principally PARN, but then a variety of other people who come into those meetings. We have heard that they want a stake in making the downtown an attractive place to be. There's a KT6 program which is being operated in Peterborough, which is an opportunity where they take an active role in harm reduction, needle pickup, etc., cleaning up, all sorts of things. So we're looking at how do we support that initiative, because as we understand, it takes many hands to lift an issue that is in our community as it is in a variety of other communities. Obviously, again, we will have a police first approach to our visibility in the downtown. Our enhanced traffic enforcement over the Easter long weekend, we conducted directed traffic enforcement in the town of Cobourg, including ride programs. We checked over 590 vehicles, conducted 1 roadside screening device, and issued 14 HDA tickets, cautions, and 17 different charges. Obviously, charges included continually driving with a handheld device, failing to stop for red lights, speeding, driving without valid permits. Also, 4 provincial offenses were issued under the Cannabis Control Act for cannabis readily available to driver when operating a motor vehicle. The Cobourg Police Service Enhanced Traffic Strategy is only getting better. At our recent operations meeting, 2 sergeants, Sergeant Bauer and Sergeant Bellmer, presented an opportunity for the organization to create a road safety strategy. And they're leading on this. They've identified officers within each platoon who will come together in a casual traffic unit, and their intent is to bring our strategic vision together on what road safety can look like, and they'll be creating opportunities where they will be focusing on patrols in relation to high risk or high collision intersections, speed enforcement, can't say enough, driving with handheld devices is going to be one of their focuses. We will see commercial motor vehicle inspections. We'll be partnering with Cobourg Police Service, Peterborough Police Service, and the Ontario Provincial Police on a very significant commercial motor vehicle inspection coming in the spring. So that's pretty exciting to see that coming. Being an ex-traffic guy that I am, I love to see that coming. And what really was telling for us is this came from the membership. The membership told us they saw their space in this opportunity. We always like to highlight 1 or 2 major investigations. Obviously, our investigations enforcement targeting illegal drug activity continues in our community. Again, recently as last night, I was speaking with somebody on the phone who was really concerned about our lack of attention to drugs and arresting in drugs. And I had to remind that person once again, this is not TV. We don't solve homicides or conduct major search warrants in 50 minutes with commercials. These things are long, drawn out investigations, and my thanks and appreciation goes to those officers for their diligence. But in the winter of 2024, as part of our ongoing enhanced enforcement strategy targeting illegal drug activity affecting Northumberland County, we again continue to partner with Cobourg Police Service and our CIB. And on March 21st, as a result of the investigation, police arrested and charged 1 individual with 5 counts of drug trafficking, seized fentanyl, cocaine, methamphetamine, ecstasy, hydromorphone pills, worth an estimated street value of $47,000. This is a significant investigation that was at the end of several months of work. And again, great work to the team involved. And that closes that. So Chair, I thank you for your time again as always. I always like the opportunity to praise the great work of our service